Have you ever bought something and a few hours later thought, why did I buy this? Maybe it was a product you didn't even need, a service that seemed like an unmissable opportunity, or simply something you bought because you were anxious, excited, or afraid of missing out. Today, I'm going to give you 10 questions to ask before making any purchase, and some of them could save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Let me start with something important. The problem isn't buying things. Buying something you really need that fits your budget and that solves a problem in your life can be a great decision. The problem starts when you buy first and think later, because at that moment you aren't really making a decision, you're reacting. And there are several things that can trigger that reaction: anxiety, haste, comparison, fear of missing out, discounts, advertising, other people's opinions. So instead of just trying to have more discipline, I want to teach you a process. Before you reach for your card, you're going to ask 10 questions, and the 10th one is probably the most important of all. You don't need to memorize all 10. If you want, save this video, because the idea is very simple. The bigger the purchase, the longer the time between the desire and the decision should be. So, let's start with the simplest questions, and at the end, I'll get to the one that can dismantle a seemingly irresistible purchase in just a few seconds. Do I really need this? It seems obvious, but ask yourself the question for real. Do I need this, or do I want this right now? There's a huge difference. I need to replace my phone because it doesn't work anymore, is one situation. I want to replace my phone because a new model has come out, is another. And there's nothing wrong with wanting things. The problem is turning every desire into a need. Before buying, try finishing this sentence: I am buying this because. If you can't complete that sentence objectively, it might be better to wait. What problem will this solve? Now, let's take it a step further. Suppose you say, okay, I want it. That's fine. Then comes the second question. What problem exactly will this solve in my life? Because a good product isn't necessarily one you simply want. It's a product that solves something that matters to you. If you can't identify the problem, there's a chance you're buying it simply because of the promise. And promises can be dangerous when we're excited. Don't buy the imaginary version of your life. Would I buy this at full price? This one is excellent for sales. You see, was $999, now $499. And you think, I'm saving $500. Not necessarily. You didn't save $500. You spent $499. So ask yourself, if this weren't on sale, would I still buy it? If the answer is no, the discount might just be a tactic to create a sense of opportunity. And an opportunity you didn't need isn't a saving, it's an expense. Always ask yourself, am I buying this out of anxiety? Now we come to one of the most important questions for this audience. Before buying, check your emotional state. Are you calm or are you anxious? Are you frustrated? Are you trying to reward yourself? Are you afraid of missing out on an opportunity? Because a decision made to relieve an emotion might feel great in the moment. The problem is, the emotion passes. The installment payments remain. So, if you realize you're highly emotional, do one simple thing. Don't decide immediately. Take a break. Sometimes just a few hours are enough to turn "I need this" into "actually, I can live perfectly well without it." Person receives a message. Last few hours. They start clicking, freeze the frame. Don't make a permanent decision to relieve a temporary emotion. Am I buying this based on comparison? That's another huge trap. You go online and see someone with that product. The person looks happy, they look successful. It looks like that item improved their life, and suddenly you want it too. But there's a question hardly anyone asks. Did I want this before seeing someone else with it? Because maybe you haven't discovered a need. Maybe you've discovered a comparison. And comparing your real life to the shop window of other people's lives is a very expensive way to make decisions. Is there a cheaper alternative? Now let's move on to a practical question. Before buying, look for at least one alternative. It could be buying used, renting, repairing what you already have, buying a simpler model, waiting, using a solution you already own. And take note. This doesn't mean always choosing the cheapest option. It means figuring out whether you are paying for a solution or paying for excess. Sometimes a $300 product solves the exact same problem as a $0 one, and you only discover that when you compare them. How much will this really cost me? That question completely changes your perception of price, because the price tag isn't always the actual cost. A car doesn't just cost the monthly payment. There's fuel, insurance, maintenance, and taxes. A subscription doesn't just cost the price of the first month. You might keep getting charged for months on end. A piece of equipment might require accessories. A course might require tools. So ask yourself, what is the total cost of this decision? Don't just look at the upfront price. Look at the commitment that follows. Do I already have something that does this? That seems simple, but it's one of the best ways to save money. Before buying something new, look at what you already own. How often do we buy a new solution for a problem that already had a solution? A new app to organize your routine. A new piece of equipment to do something another one already does. A new tool just because someone recommended it. And that old tool? It's just sitting there unused. So ask yourself, do I really need a new solution, or do I need to make better use of the one I already have? That question alone can prevent a lot of unnecessary purchases. If I wait 7 days, will I still want it? This is our temperature check. If the purchase isn't urgent, wait. It could be 24 hours, it could be 48. For bigger purchases, 7 days. And then ask again, do I still want this? If the answer is still yes, great. Now you're making a more conscious decision. But if, after a few days, you don't even remember that product, you've just discovered you didn't need to buy it. You just needed to let the impulse pass. Time is also a decision-making tool. And now we come to the most important question. Pay attention to this one. What happens if I don't buy it? It's not, what do I gain if I buy it? It's, what do I lose if I don't buy it? Because when you're facing an offer, all the messaging tries to make you imagine your life after the purchase. You'll gain this. You'll have that. You can't miss this opportunity. So, try the opposite exercise. Imagine you close the page. You didn't buy it, and tomorrow you woke up as usual. What changed? If the answer is actually nothing, you might have just saved yourself some money. Now, if not buying it really does have a significant consequence, you need the product. There's a real deadline, there's a concrete problem, then you have relevant information for making your decision. This question shifts you away from the mindset of, do I want this? And into the mindset of, does this purchase actually improve my situation? And that makes a huge difference. Do you see what happened? None of these questions say, don't buy it. That's not the point. The point is, don't let emotion make a decision that should be yours. You can buy it, you can treat yourself, you can choose the most expensive product. You can buy something simply because you like it, but do so knowing why. Because there is a difference between conscious consumption and deprivation. You don't need to stop spending money. You need to stop spending money on autopilot. Ultimately, saving isn't simply about paying less. It's about spending better. And perhaps the most valuable question to ask before any purchase is this really worth my money? So, save these 10 questions. 1. Do I really need this? 2. What problem will this solve? 3. Would I buy it at full price? 4. Am I buying this out of anxiety? 5. Am I buying this because of comparison? 6. Is there a cheaper alternative? 7. How much will this really cost me? 8. Do I already own something that does this? 9. If I wait 7 days, will I still want it? 10. What happens if I don't buy it? The next time you're about to spend money, you don't need to remember all of them. Pick at least 3, and ask those 3 before you swipe your card. If this video reminded you of an impulse buy you made, send it to that person who always says, "I didn't need it, but it was on sale." And if you want to learn how to make better decisions with your money without having to count every penny, subscribe to the channel. Because the idea here isn't to teach you to spend less just for the sake of it. It's to teach you to make better choices with the money that is already yours. And in the next video, I'm going to show you something even more dangerous. The phrases that make you believe you're saving money when, in fact, you're being convinced to spend. See you there.